In the final week of his life, M.O. Howard, the tough leader of the legendary Three Stooges, revealed a secret he had carried for decades. For years, fans adored his younger brother, Curly Howard, as the beating heart of the comedy team. His wild energy, hilarious improvisations, and childlike charm made him one of the most beloved comedians in Hollywood history. But what M.O. revealed at the very end was not laughter. It was sorrow, guilt, and a confession that forever changed how the world remembers Curly. M.O., born Moses Harry Horwitz in 1897, grew up in a struggling Brooklyn family. From an early age, he was the protector of his younger brothers. Among them was Jerome Lester Horwitz, born in 1903, the boy the world would one day call Curly. Jerome was naturally funny. He didn't just act, he was. His clumsy antics, strange noises, and innocent grin lit up every room he entered. M.O. recognized his brother's gift early, and together they dreamed of escaping poverty through the magic of entertainment. By the 1930s, M.O. had already carved out a career in vaudeville. When his brother Shemp left their act, M.O. gave Jerome the chance of a lifetime. Shaving his head and embracing the childlike, curly look, Jerome stepped on stage and instantly won over audiences. By 1934, the Three Stooges, M.O., Larry Fine, and Curly, signed with Columbia Pictures. Their slapstick shorts became an unstoppable success, especially during the hardships of the Great Depression. At the center of it all was Curly, the genius who could make people laugh with nothing more than a spin, a squeal, or a silly face. But behind the curtain, M.O. saw the cracks beginning to form. By the early 1940s, Curly's health was in decline. Years of hard living, endless filming schedules, and exhaustion were taking their toll. He gained weight, grew sluggish, and sometimes forgot his lines. On set, M.O. quietly redirected scenes to cover for his brother's struggles, desperate to protect him. But Columbia kept pushing, demanding up to 10 films a year. M.O. pleaded with the studio to let Curly rest, but his warnings were ignored. In 1946, tragedy struck. While filming Halfwit's Holiday, Curly collapsed from a massive stroke at just 42 years old. His career ended instantly. Though he survived, the man who had once been the soul of the Stooges was left paralyzed and broken. M.O. never abandoned him. He visited him in hospitals, sometimes bringing reels of old films to remind Curly of the joy he had once given the world. But his decline continued until his death in 1952, at just 48 years old. To fans, Curly's passing was a shock. But to M.O., it was the final heartbreak in a long, painful journey. Even as the Three Stooges carried on with other members, M.O. admitted the spirit of the group had died with his brother. In private, he confessed something even deeper, that he felt responsible. He had pushed Curly to keep going when his health was failing, afraid that without him, the Stooges would collapse. "We were making people laugh," M.O. once said quietly, "while my brother was dying in front of me." As his own life drew to a close in 1975, Mo's guilt surfaced again. In his final days, watching old reels of Curly, he admitted the truth, that behind the silly noises and wild energy was a man burdened with illness and loneliness. Mo's confession transformed Curly's legacy. He was not just a clown, but a tragic figure who gave everything for laughter, even his life. Curly Howard's gift to the world was joy, pure and innocent, at a time when people desperately needed to laugh. And thanks to Mo's confession, we now remember him not only as a comic genius, but as a man who paid the highest price for the laughter he brought to millions. This is StarLoop News. What do you think was Curly Howard's greatest gift to the world? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to keep the memory of comedy's golden age alive, hit that like button, share this story, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful Hollywood stories.